Here's the 14th and final week of the GBA Season 2. This one's against Fizz again. I think I played him week 6. Lena Hawlucha, I think we beat him, but that was also before we got the rain team, so... my ticket's already punched for the playoffs. Fizz is already eliminated, so this is kind of like a nothing game. It kind of means something to me in the sense that if I win, I have a chance. If Gub loses against John this week, that means I get the bye, but... Gubs beat John, so it's totally irrelevant. This game really means nothing, but we're going to try our best to win anyway. So, first turn, I'm expecting him to either taunt or whatever, so I just went for knockoff instead of stealth rock. And arrow can't really touch me, especially if it's -1, so I just stayed in to get my rocks up. He hits me a couple times, and I knock off his muscle band, which it's kind of funny because it's not really that common of an item, but that's what I'm holding too. So, Crocodile pretty much did everything it needed to do this game. It got up rocks, it killed something, and because he went into Keldeo to try and kill me, I have a bona fide Keldeo counter in Amoonguss, so I'm just going to go to that, and just like the first game I played against Fizz, he gets a Scald Burn first turn against Amoonguss, which isn't really a big deal, but it's residual damage on a wall that can't exactly heal itself unless it switches out, so that's kind of poopy, but either way, it gives me a free spore, and he decides he wants this thing asleep. I don't know if that thing gets Sap Sipper. It might not, I'm not sure, but either way, I got it asleep. I think it also gets hydration, so maybe that's a really good thing for him to have asleep if I'm going to eventually set up rain, but whatever. He predicts a switch into something by going to Magnezone. I'm not really sure what, but maybe he just wanted to get out before he was asleep, or maybe he's expecting a stun spore. That makes sense. But I went into Politoed just to set up my rain because I had a free turn guaranteed. And I'm just going to go into Crocodile because I'm expecting him to want to just fire off an electric move. And it works. He went for Volt Switch. I didn't see leftovers on it, so it could be Choiced. It could be Life Orb. But either way, he doesn't want to stay in for an Earthquake, so I'm absolutely not going to go for an Earthquake because he's got a Dragonite. And managed to knock off his Life Orb, and even at the HP I'm at, Crocodile doesn't have terrible defenses, so I'm expecting to be able to live an Extreme Speed after Life Orb goes away, so I managed to kill Dragonite, and Crocodile's done more than his fair share of work this game. Rain is up. I don't want to take a Hydro Pump with Amoonguss, so I just left Crocodile in to die, and he takes me out with a Secret Sword. Sacred? I'm not sure, but I don't really have a great answer for Keldeo, honestly. My best option really is Kingdra because, I can scare it out, and I don't want to go right for Outrage because he does have Magnezone, but I went for Hydro Pump, and it should 2-hit KO, and I expected it to KO this turn. This is my last chance, however, or my last hit because I'm Life Orb Kingdra this week. It's my last chance to get a hit off, so I'm going to go for Draco, and take down, or almost take down, Goodra, which, Goodra, if that's Assault Vest, that's a fuck ton of damage. I'm not even going to complain about that. He winds up being Hydration, but it doesn't matter because Rain's still up. I can just go to Kabutops, and he's going to sack this thing. It's not worth it to try and save it and take a massive hit on something else, so Goodra goes down. I could have tried maybe a set up a Swords Dance, but I'm just too afraid of T-Bolt coming into play. He might not pack it, but just on the off chance he does, I had to kill it. So in comes Mew, and Rain is gone, so I need to get that set back up. So I go to Politoed, and that's really honestly very predictable. He just goes right for Grass Knot, which would have done a lot to Kabutops regardless. So because he went for Grass Knot, I'm tempted to go into Amoonguss. Side Shot crossed my mind, but I thought, I didn't see Life Orb, I didn't see Lefties, maybe he's Choiced, maybe he's not. I'm expecting Side Shock this turn, I just didn't really care about it, and later on in the game you'll see that I probably should have cared about it, because he does wind up being, I guess, Expert built, and he goes for Side Shock, takes me down after burn damage, but whatever, it basically took me out. So because Rain's up, I get a free switch into Kabutops, I get a free Mew kill because it's an offensive Mew, clearly, if it's running Grass Knot. And if it's doing enough with Side Shock to take down an Amoonguss. So I take out Mew. I think, even if I don't take him out, I got a 20% chance to flinch. Whatever, I didn't really care. And I honestly expected to take out Magnezone with this Waterfall, but his last dude after Magnezone is Keldeo, which Kabutops doesn't have a great matchup against, so I had no problem letting it go. And at this point in the game, I realized, shit, if he's a Scarf Magnezone, I'm kind of screwed. I didn't even think about it until right now. Thankfully, he's not. I'm going to take out Magnezone with the Surf, and I think all he's got left is Keldeo at this point, so depending on how much Hydro Pump does, I think I should be okay. I think a Surf should be able to do 30% to a Keldeo, so I'm not really too concerned. Hydro Pump hits, gets a critical hit, which kind of makes a difference. I feel like maybe I could have lived another one, especially after he lives this Surf. So now he's in a position, like, if he hits 2 Hydro Pumps, he wins. So, you know, he hits the first one, Manaphy goes down. I don't know if I would have lived. I would like to imagine that I could have. I think honestly, like, the right play would have been to rest there, just to get back up to full, and just wait for him to miss a Hydro Pump. But I did what I did. I went for Surf. I didn't kill it. I thought I would kill it, and I got a bit lucky in the last turn. He misses Hydro Pump, so that ends the game. A lot closer than it really should have been, but I don't think either of us were really fully invested this week. Fizz had really nothing to play for, and I think he actually prefers a loss. So I don't think he's going to be too upset, and, you know, I guess I prefer the win, because, although Gubs did win, it makes 0 difference whether I win or lose this game. You know, it still gives me a 3rd place in the league, like, sole possession of it, so I'm pretty happy about that, because coming in as an expansion team, tying for 1st, honestly, but my differentials puts me down to 3rd, I think, so, good game, Fizz, but it's time to put the regular season behind us. You know, 1st place, 3rd place doesn't really matter at this point, because no matter what, I gotta win a few games, and differential doesn't matter anymore. So the way the playoffs are going to work is each conference winner gets a bye in the 1st round of the playoffs, so they just don't have to play. And then, so that's Gubs from the Kanto Conference and John or the Pelipers from the Johto Conference. So they both don't have to play next week. They get a week off. And this is where it gets interesting. Because Nick beat Shady this week, spoilers if you haven't seen them, but Nick beat Shady, so Nick won the chance to play me, basically. So Nick and I are going to play next week in the 1st round of the playoffs. It's the wild card round, so we decided Thursday as the rough date for playing the game, and probably during the day, but hopefully, like, you know, maybe we'll bump it back until nighttime, because I plan on streaming the game. You can follow my Twitch channel down in the description. You can probably follow people on Twitter, and maybe we'll get people to tweet out the game. But hopefully, like, we'll get some people commentating it. It'll be like a real sport event, which, you know, it should be a good time. It should be fun. And, you know, I'm looking forward to it. So if we can't get enough people on during the day, maybe we'll wait till night after people are done school, people are done work. So that's kind of the rough idea. I'm trying to get people to pimp it out. Like, maybe if you're just following, like, Steve or John or people on Twitter, like, maybe they'll tweet it out for me. Maybe we can get, like, a couple dozen people in the lobby, a couple dozen people watching the game in the chat. It'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. So I've got a pretty good team idea of what I want to use. So I think I'm just about ready for the game, honestly. And you know, I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. This is what the last 14 weeks have been about. So, big game, must win. Win and you're in, lose and you're out. And, you know, it doesn't get much more exciting than that. So, hopefully I'll see you there. Probably. Like, unless I'm told I can't do it, which is a distinct possibility, but I don't imagine that happening. So, again, thanks for watching. See you guys later.